Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of NeoCab. Had a bit of a mixed shift yesterday. Had a horrible review from one guy. Charlie his name was. But thankfully we got Liam back in the car, who was our first fare if you remember, and he gave us a brilliant review, which brought our average back up again. The adventure continues. I scanned the place for pine cones as soon as I walked in. None that I could see. That, plus the fact that I could practically taste the relief of a cool mattress, had me sleep in record time. I dreamed of cactus flats again. I was back in my old room, with all my little things, more pine cones and shells, and now a few crystals, some mismatched earrings, a pearl-handed hairbrush. I touched each object, one by one, and as I did, each of them hummed. Oh damn, I clicked by accident, sorry. The song wrapped me up so I felt safe. Then it buzzed inside me with so much energy I felt like I could fly. Then someone else was in the room, and I knew that they shouldn't have been there. I wasn't flying. I couldn't fly. And all my little things went away, one by one, in poofs of dust, as their songs became screams. I started to vanish too. My body just blinked away, piece by piece. I was nowhere and nothing. I woke up. I only made it to the lobby in time to scrounge the last lone muffin on the table. When I took a bite, it didn't scream. I couldn't tell if I was comforted or disappointed. Back to work. Alright, let's see if we can make a better day of this one. I opened the NeoCab app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in the city. Hopefully one of them needed a ride as badly as I needed some leads. Okay, let's see what we're going on here. Alright. Let's look at our journal again. Oh yeah, Rip Sophie, that was the event. We'll finish you. Okay, let's have a look for some more fares. Stance machine is there. Oh, there's always this lady again. We could get her. She might be able to give us some insight and then we can head up here. Where does she want to go? Ah, the wrong way. Maybe get Charlie again and then maybe come back for her. I really want to talk to her though. And somebody else might pop up, right? Yeah, I'm going to talk to her again. Ona slid into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on, the quantum thing? The quantum thing? We really need to get you a textbook. But yes, I've made some progress. I'm now gathering more information. Which is why you're heading to... is this right? City Hall? Yes, they're announcing where the new municipal spaceport's going to be built. Oh, spaceport, that's cool. At midnight, very dramatic. Here's hoping they announce the choice with a balloon drop. What did you learn? What do you want to learn? So, there are 3 neighborhoods being considered. Or maybe I should say, threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called dread. Not quite. Dread and hope both anticipate an outcome and taint the pure uncertainty. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. Super Bowl usually does it, but I don't think they have that here. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Savvy was feeding her. It felt gross, like she was a vulture for those moments in life where you feel small and helpless. I know what you're going through. Sorry, I know what you're thinking. Good, because this whole thing is kind of weird. You're wondering if you should take the oublet or oubliette, I don't know how to say French words, sorry, or Isidore Street. You'll take both. Highly doubtful. Oh, the timeline will branch in... Wait for it. Oh no, waited. My body tensed up. I held my breath. And totally missed a turn for oubliette. There. Did you feel it? A little branching of timelines? No. I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was a falling sensation, followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down oubliette, another down Isidore Street. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other versions of Ona and Lena no ill will. Oh, don't look at me like that. Like what? Like I'm a kooky old lady? You're not... Oh man, I have to be really careful here. You're not kooky. I am neither kooky nor old. I couldn't win there, could I? No. In fact, I'd wager I'm one of the most practical people you've ever met. I don't think I'd refer to Una as practical in any timeline. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum statisticians can be annoying this way. So, I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but what do you get out of fixing reality? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover passphrases. Do you ever use those skills for evil? Not personally. Global financial institutions seem to do quite enough evil on their own. I do permit them to pay me though. No one's hands are clean. This seems to be the case in every timeline. I think I want your job. I'm not surprised to hear you say that. You live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? Mostly at random. Each choice is a branch. The other version of you, with that other passenger, she exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Why aren't I her and vice versa? Should I be jealous of the other version of me? Does it even matter? That's a good question. Does it even matter? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. Ooh. Quantum riches, here I come. I could teach you. If you had access to a 512 qubit quantum compiler, and assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course, and had 20 hours a week for problem sets, I have to confess I maxed out at geometry. Sounds about right. Trigonometry, what's it good for? Besides video games. Games aren't very much fun after you learn quantum statistics. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. Ah, I nodded. Yes, I can believe it. You didn't shrug. You could have shrugged. The way the world branches in the tiniest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I started to feel weird. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Where did the decision happen? Why one and not the other? What is a decision even? That's a good question. A choice of menu options? If so, why weren't my options better? My head felt like it was going to explode. I was dealing with way too much other uncertainty in my reality to process this. It must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, zoned out for a second there. I was saying, get ready for it. For what? Ona looked out the window. There, the other versions of us. The Ona and Lena that took Ubli. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. Maybe they're halfway to Vegas by now. That is a very different timeline, my dear. Not a bad one, though. Ona shuddered. It was like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. I didn't feel anything. I don't know what I felt. Yeah, I didn't know what I felt. Either way, we were at City Hall. The timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little more of myself. I need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. How do you live like this? It was upsetting at first. Running problem sets on a quantum computer, understanding they were all happening at once. And so, by extension, was everything else. But the math checks out. These are simply the cards we've been dealt. Doesn't it make this world seem like a fog? I've come to find it utterly liberating. There are no wrong answers because they are all inevitable anyway. That other version of me, that other of you, all those other rides, maybe we'll meet up at the end, all of us. Probably not. But that's okay. I wished I had her perspective. A life without regret sounded much more peaceful. Oh, I need to get in there. A neighborhood is about to be ruined. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They were all fired up, chanting and waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense. They were fighting for their homes. I wondered what would happen if Una told them that they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Ona perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs and closed her eyes. I wished her luck. Alright. Only a 3. Tonight, Lena is fascinating possibility space not fully manifested. It's because I zoned out. It's because I zoned out. Ah. I got some money though. We're now in the Combine. Okay. So we're in a decent mood here. Gonna go for the next fare. Oh, and there's a guy right here. Perfect. Sam Lucas just setting up my neocab. He's a cab driver too? That makes him a fellow soldier. I spotted him standing in front of a Buzzburger, gawking at the pedestrians like he was in an aquarium. Ah, tourist. I idled and waited for him to notice me. There he is. Hi, are you Lena? I'm Sam. He held out his phone with his ride request as if showing me important documents. Yep, that's me. And don't worry, I believe it's you. I'm not totally sure how this whole process works, to be honest. That's a very interesting hoodie. But you could probably tell that, huh? You just looked a little starstruck by everything, that's all. Like a real noob, right? I suppose that's fair. Did he just say noob? Wait, do people still use that word? I think the bigger question is, why would you be one? Do I have to tell you? I mean, I know I brought it up, but I like talking to you and... yeah, it's kind of an unpleasant thing. Always nice to hear a passenger enjoys my company, even if he was being a little cagey. Let's see. We can talk about whatever you want. Oh my god, look out! There's no one driving that car. I followed his panic, but it was just a standard Capra cab buzzing towards us. The Capra? Are you serious? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just never seen one in real life before, and seeing a car speeding towards me without anyone driving it, god, it really freaks me out. I can see that. Just tell me what's going on. You're right. It's my first night back in Los Hoyos in a while. Like 15 years. -5 for good behavior. Or exactly 3,430 13 very long days. It felt like he was searching for the right words. So much has changed while I was inside. It's a little overwhelming, to be honest. But I thought a neocab might be a good place to start. Well, welcome back, I guess. He gave a sharp inhale like it hit him. Sorry, I didn't know what to say to... No, it's just... I don't think most people will be as generous as you when I tell them. Never a dull moment here at Neocab. 10 years. So in that case, let's just think of you as a time traveler. In the world's worst time machine. Sounds good to me. Let's see here. Is there anything you want to know about? That right there. How'd they get my face? Storefronts lit up with custom window displays as we passed by. The mannequins in dresses imported my face, and the ones in utility pants pulled up Sam's pic from his Neocab profile. Yeah, as long as you have a pic on some API somewhere, we're all the models now. Alright. I think that's enough for an update for one night. Missing the old days? A little bit, yeah. But it's more that I'm finally starting to see things I recognize around here. The city streaming couldn't have been less familiar to me. The towering skyline, the neon signs fighting for attention of an empty street. Sam's face had gone soft and dreamy, like he was seeing old friends. Twice. I had a list of stuff I was going to do as soon as I got out. Get a proper haircut and some clothes that weren't orange. And now, the thing I've been picturing the most. Walking through her door again for dessert. Is that where we're headed? That's right. I have some cookies to bake. That's not a euphemism. Wait, did I hear him right? Were you a baker before you were arrested? I wish I was only an amateur. We're headed to my Aunt Cassie's house, though she's not really my aunt. She's just someone special who taught me everything I know. Everyone has to have a thing in prison, you know? The skill you bring to the table so the guys respect you. I don't know how to fix cars, and I pretty much had zero connections. I can't draw to save my life, so no one wanted my stick figures as a tattoo. Are you saying you won over a group of convicts with cookies? I know. World's lamest inmate. But it was all I could do, believe me. A lot of the guys had never baked anything before. Been baked, but never baked. That was my regular joke. Not bad. Well, I only had 10 years to think it up. He reached into his jacket pocket and unwrapped a perfectly golden cookie. Here, I baked a few this morning to show her how she saved me, even when I was inside. I want you to have one. I could see the chocolate chips were dark and just melted enough. The edges looked crisp, and the middle looked soft and buttery. Heaven. I was hungry, but I had my doubts about prison cookies. No, I ate it without a second thought. I'm gonna trust this man. Nom. It was chewy and delicious. Oh my god. Do you like it? This is like cookie nirvana. Oh, take a left. I walked down the street so many times, either looking for trouble or getting out of some. But it's going to be different now. Cassie's Cookies. What do you think of that name? Seems perfect to me. Good, that's a relief. Honestly, the shop is kind of the only thing I have to look forward to right now. His voice buzzed with energy. That and seeing Aunt Cassie. We're almost there. How do I look? I could see on my navigator that we were close to the address, but I wasn't sure this particular part of Los Hoyos had stayed the same all these years. You look great. You're really nice, you know that? Not a lot of people would be so kind to someone like me. Wait, is this Beaumont? Yeah, Beaumont Drive. It is. I pulled up to a glow, not the charming porch light of some kind woman's house, but the neon glare of a Capra charging station. It was right here. What's going on? No, this can't be. I'm so sorry. I kept quiet. It's gone. She's gone. Do you have her number or anything? I don't even know her last name. God, I must look so pathetic to you. Don't worry about that. Sam kept silent except for loud, shaky breaths. I could feel him willing himself not to cry. The tension was making my stomach hurt. Take all the time you need. I could hear him unwrapping more cookies in the back seat. You know what? I need to stop kidding myself. I know where you can take me. The Grackle. Shitty. Sorry, S-Bomby Bar. You know it? I don't, but... Sounds like it's not the nicest place. Don't worry, I'll fit in. That's what I was worried about. I started up the engine and rolled out the neighbourhood with all its ghosts. I'm not a drinker after... Sorry, it's not a drink I'm after, believe me. Been sober for going on 11 years now. But I know there will be at least a few familiar faces sitting at the bar. And if Deb still owns the place, she might even let me crash on a break room sofa. The Grackle was close. It made sense that it had been his regular haunt, and I doubted he was the first person to head there after a stint in prison. It's probably not my place to say it, but I still think Cassie's Cookies is a good idea. All the bakeries in LO are so trendy now. Flavor foam, savory donuts. There's something refreshing about a chocolate chip cookie. Something classic. Well, as a time traveler, I have to say, classic sounds a lot like old. The dive bar loomed in our sight before I could respond. A few gnarly motorcycles and gnarlier looking characters loitered out in front. With this choir boy haircut and pristine jeans Aww. I wanted to read it. Look, I hate to ask you this, but I wasn't planning on having to pay for a place to sleep tonight. Aunt Cassie had one of those industrial mixers I was going to use for the bakery. Now I have to buy one, but banks don't usually give out loans to ex-cons, you know? What do you need? It's too much, I'm sorry. How much? 20 coin would really help. I want more of them cookies, damn it. I'll give him the money. 20 coin is a lot, but you need it more than I do. I know what it's like to need help getting back on your feet. Thank you, Lena. I hope someone shows you kindness someday like you have for me. Just get me free cookies for life. That's what I'm angling for right now. Before I could respond, he hopped out into the night. He was probably just embarrassed that in this town, it seemed like everyone needed a little extra help. Even a guy who just wanted to bake chocolate chip cookies. Welcome back to the world, Sam. The kindness of strangers is so rare and precious, thank you. Yay, we're getting that rating back up again. Alright. Hey, Liam! Hey, Lena. Thanks again for the ride, great talking to you. Here's the picture I took at the Sophie's Vigil. Do I post it? Oh... Hold off for now. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a great picture, but the whole handing out field grids makes it feel like a setup. Influencer bait. Well, that's Capra for you. Have a great night. I will. You too. It was well after midnight and I'd met my right quota. I checked my field grid. Green. I had time to push for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. Yeah, let's call it early tonight. We'll call it early. Live to fight another day. Okay, where are we going to sleep tonight? Okay, that's where we are. We're right next to this one. Okay, we're going to have to compromise on our principles a bit this time, I think. Yeah, I'll just sleep here.